Minutes, right.
We got Ron Rebilla, Cody Crom, Hannah Cannons, and Sammy Bland for you guys. And go ahead and get started with questions whenever.
Rhonda, you got your wish. You got a super regional in Lincoln.
Well, we got our wish. It was really the players that set the tone with that last year. So it's a player-led team, and just really proud that they're getting to be able to experience that and what they did today. You know, I just want to start out by saying Grand Canyon is a really good softball team, and they fought their tails off. I grabbed a couple of seniors at the end. They had tears in their eyes because, you know, you don't win 50-plus games and not do a lot of things right. And so I thought they were really a formidable opponent. And the fact that we had to throw shutouts both days, and I'll start with today. I thought Lex and Jordy together were unbelievable. Lex came out, just competed her tail off. You know, she did that in the Big Ten tournament too. The moment didn't get too big for her. That inning where they had runners at first and second with nobody out, and they rolled over the lineup. I mean, that's a tough start of their lineup because of how they could put the ball in play in so many different ways and the speed that they have. The fact that she got us out of that without any damage was really, I say this, it was a big girl moment.
Jordy, even with as well as you guys pitched all season, would you have expected one run over 3 games this weekend?
Well, I think, you know, we lost one-run ball games last year at the end, so I'm viewing it as a really big victory to win the one-run ball games because, honestly, the first day of fall ball in whatever, the end of August, that's what we were talking about, how to get on the right side of the one-run ball game. So I don't care. It could be 12-11, but I'll take 1-0 too because that's pretty clean.
Jordy, you've obviously been to the Super Regionals before, but to do it here with Nebraska, just what are the emotions right now with this group of girls?
Well, we went to Super Regionals last year, so this will be the second time with Nebraska. But to do it at home in Lincoln, that's something we've never done. So everybody's just so excited. It's a blessing to wrap up a high-emotion weekend like this and be able to wake up in our own beds tomorrow morning and have a whole week at home and not have to get ready to travel. And all we have to do is prepare. So it's huge. We're excited. Bowling was incredible this weekend. Such a fun atmosphere to play in. So we're just thankful for our fans for that, and we're thankful to be able to do it another weekend.
How much sweeter does it feel, you know, knowing yourself and many other players on this team, homegrown Huskers, to keep playing in front of this home crowd in the next week?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think a little earlier I said that not many people get to actually live this dream, but it's a dream so many have, and we're just grateful that we get to, and to do it with each other. Like you said, it's not just 1 or 2 of us, but it is so many of us, and so it's really exciting, and you really feel our families too, and it's just great. It's a great experience.
Yeah, man, just for those that run the game, home on the right field, take us through that bat.
Yeah, I was just trying to foul some pitches off. Hope I'd get a good one to hit, and I kind of had a feeling she was going to come back inside, and I got one and put a good swing on it.
Sammy, you're kind of one of like a little of the unsung heroes here, just with what you're doing in the field and how you've gotten hot at the plate at the right time of the year. How are you feeling out there this weekend?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. I trust my team and everything that we're doing this whole entire weekend, so I'm just trying to provide little by little as much as I can.
Jordy, where have you seen Alexis grow throughout this freshman year for her?
Just thinking so much more strategic, just in the way she even prepares for teams and dives into film, just the conversations that we're having before the game even starts on how she wants to attack them. That's a big piece of the game you don't really have to think about until you get to college, so it can be a lot to take in, but she has just taken it all in and taken it and run with it, and she's getting so much smarter of a pitcher as well. We all knew she had the physical ability, but to just see her brain grow in the strategic part of the game is really cool.
What was it like to watch her today?
Fun. It was fun. Like Coach said, that one inning, I know I had an error at first. We had runners on first and second, nobody out, and just to see her buckle down, huge moment, and just so much confidence can be built from those moments as well.
Mm-hmm. Rhonda, what is the weekly preparation? How is it different? What more do you do, if anything, with no travel to worry about now? They were talking about sleeping in their own beds, but from the coaching standpoint.
Yeah, it gives you just one more day to not have to worry about practicing before you get on the road. So I think it'll be the same amount of prep, but it's just not having to rush around. And we can actually take a day off tomorrow. I know that at least 2 of these 3 are getting, the old ladies are going to get massages and, just really try to have a good recovery day, a real reset day. Because there's a lot that goes into these weekends, not only physically, but mentally. And the fact from Friday night to Saturday, our turnaround was so quick. And, that does take a toll. So we're looking forward to having that time and then getting ready to go with whoever we play. Because it sounds like right now we've got a tight ball game going on in Stillwater.
Okay, talk about being present a lot. When you say like during the game, at least once you look up in the crowd and something like that, what was that moment for you today?
Today, I felt the crowd. I didn't look up, and it wasn't a thing where I said don't look up. But I was so, and actually somebody talked about it at the end of the game. It was Casey Hoffman. We were so good at just being so together in the dugout, and that's what I was really feeling like. We knew that team was going to fight, so you could feel the crowd, but it was almost like a feeling like their energy was just doing this with us, but we were really locked in together. And I thought, but I agree with everybody. This crowd is, I've never really experienced anything like it.
Coach, these close games in the postseason could have the tendency to spin the wheels a little bit faster for some teams, but what kind of points do you see from the screen?
I think every game that we had this weekend, we even got a little more poised because we played in 3 really tight ball games. I thought, at times maybe on Friday we bent, we didn't break. I thought today we were rock solid, and honestly, I thought our approach was better at the plate. We didn't have a lot to show for it, but that's a good pitcher. If you look at the TrackMan spin rate, it's elite spin. But I will tell you that I thought we had a better approach. And I think they would tell you that they felt more confident up the plate, too.
Coach, 2 parts to my question. 1, what went into your decision to start Alexis today? And 2, did you know she tied Lori Sipple's freshman single-season strikeout record?
I've been told that. I didn't know. I didn't even know I didn't even know what the record was. I guess I could assume Sipple had it because she's pretty good. She's pretty good. So we started the season with the end in mind. And if you think about day 1, game 1, who started? And who came in and closed? It's what we do. And it's not a strict rotation, but it's what we do. And she was unbelievable 2 times through that lineup. I just felt the 3rd time through the lineup, she was doing perfectly well. But if you've got a person with the experience that she has in those moments, you hand her the ball.
Hannah, this is a team with so much seniority and experience. Just what are the conversations over the next 48 hours as you guys really have to come off this high, but then pivot your focus?
Yeah, I think it's just sticking with what we've been doing all season, not trying to change anything, not let the moment get too big, and just stay within ourselves and just keep playing the best Nebraska softball we can.
And I know we asked Jordy this earlier, but you yourself, another homegrown Husker, what is it like to continue playing in front of these fans, hosting the first ever Super Regional school this year?
It's awesome. It's so cool to see the stands packed and see the lines to get in here and just see how much these people care for us and they want us to win, and it means a lot to us, and it's so special.
Beyond the great pitching you had this weekend, it was a lot of mistake-free ball. Like there was an error or 2, but they never let that frazzle and got out of there. Speak to that, just what goes on beyond the pitching and how you stay mentally in these tight games.
Mm-hmm. Well, to your point, Sammy is like a machine over there, right? Just roll her a ground ball and, let's make it out. I thought the play, the presence of mind that everybody involved with it, starting with Hannah Core and her quick release and coming to get that ball, and Lawrence there ready to make that stretch. And we practice all the time being a first baseman no matter what base you're at. And that out was so critical because it didn't allow them to get any momentum. And then in the inning where Jordy had her little bobble, sorry. Ava and Sammy made that play, that 6-5 play look really simple at third base, but with that kind of speed, and that's not a simple play. They made it look simple. So you're right. We made some really nice plays. I thought Nat handled. There was balls were swirling, and she kept her feet moving, and you know, she made some nice plays out there. So I just think that we've played really good defense.
One or two more?
Coach, for you, you've been in this program a long time as a player and a coach. What are your thoughts just being able to host a Super Regional next weekend?
You know, it probably hasn't sunk in, but it's another chance for our fans. It's another chance for us to play in front of our fans. If we're sitting here with the same feeling next week at this time, I'll be talking to you a little bit differently.
Sammy, these games were defensive battles, and just not a ton of runs scored, but just how does making some of those tight plays in the infield really kind of motivate you guys, give you guys some energy as well, and bring the cows out or whatever you guys do in the day after?
Yeah. I mean, on defense, we always preach just one play at a time and just stay in the moment. So I think in these innings where they're close games, we just try to slow down and slow the game down as much as we can and just take it one pitch at a time.
That's all I got time for. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Thanks for being here all weekend. Appreciate it.